And that brings us to Friday Night Fights, where we round up the biggest political stories of the week and break it all down with our political experts. In the blue corner, we have Obama's former campaign director, Robin Biro. Then in the red corner, we have President of the Daily Signal, Robert Bluey. Gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Always good to see you both. Robin, I'm going to start with you. Biden has essentially gotten a failing grade on the economy, with polling showing that the majority of Americans disapprove of his handling of the economy. Yet, Kamala today seemed to unveil a sort of rebrand of that same policy. Is she doing enough to convince people that this isn't Biden 2.0?
This is drastically different than what Bidenomics had proposed. And you're correct. Biden's plan, he was only 35% favorable rating from American citizens for his handling of the economy. Kamala Harris right now is at 42%. Donald Trump right now is at 41%. So they're neck and neck for their handling of the economy in public opinion polling. I'm very encouraged by her plan today. I've got 2 school-aged children myself, and I'm thrilled to hear about this $25,000 tax credit for down payment assistance, for example.
And obviously, we don't know what the threshold is for who will get that. But Robert, so far, Trump has been winning on the economy, but he seems to be a little distracted as well with other things. Is this a miss for him that he isn't doubling down more on the #1 issue for voters, what they care about the most?
Well, first of all, let's remember this is the first time we've heard Kamala Harris outline a policy agenda of her own that is different from Joe Biden. And I think the American people are right to ask the question, why hasn't she done anything for the last 3.5 years to bring down these prices when she's been in a position of power? And so, yes, it's good that she's outlining some new ideas that can be debated before the American people. But as to Donald Trump, I think he will continue to show his strength with the economy and inflation. The American people have been suffering under Biden's policies, and the fact that government spending is contributing to the increasing costs in gas, groceries, and rent, and that plays to Trump's advantage.
You know, Robin, it's interesting because Kamala is criticizing Trump for how he would handle the economy and the middle class. But then simultaneously, she's actually playing copycat with policies like no tax on tips. Isn't that going to confuse voters at the end of the day?
It's quite possible. And look, I was actually really excited when she did that, because in politics, you take the good and leave the bad. I myself ran for office twice, and my opponents took what they liked from my platforms. And I was honestly really glad for that, because they were good platforms. So I would hope that former President Trump would be excited if she does become president, that she would co-opt his idea for no tax on tips.
You know, Robert, something I want to hit on as well, shifting gears just a little bit, is as we played, Trump said that he doesn't have a lot of respect for Kamala's intelligence. I mean, this is coming at the expense of many women, one of the most, reliable voting blocs in the country, and a group that Trump needs badly if he's going to win in November. Is he risking sacrificing the female vote in exchange for comments like that?
But possibly. I think we'll ultimately find out on Election Day. It's so hard to say. Donald Trump did similar things against Hillary Clinton in 2016 and ultimately prevailed in the end. But I think Donald Trump's strongest advantage against Kamala Harris is actually focusing on the policy issues. This one that we're talking about today, economy and the inflation, I think being the #1 issue, followed closely behind with the border crisis. Obviously, Kamala Harris played a big role in the White House under Joe Biden as the border czar. And so that would be an area that I'd also focus on. And then I think you can point to other things like crime and fentanyl overdoses and other things that are a result of those bad border policies that she oversaw.
All right, Robin, Robert, we're out of time, but obviously a lot more to talk about, especially as we head into the DNC next week. Good to see you both.
Yes. Thank you.